President Trump's dramatic re-emergence as the victor of the 2024 presidential race has sent ripples across the global political landscape. Speaking at his victory event in West Palm Beach in Florida early this morning, Trump confidently declared, "I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president." This dual numerical nod, highlighting his almost unique position in US American history, certainly in the 20th century and the 21st century, as the only former president to reclaim the White House after losing a prior term. Joined by Melania, his family, his son, a retinue of loyalists, including running mate Senator J.D. Vance, Trump basked in a triumph marked by flipping crucial battleground states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, effectively fracturing the Democrats' so-called blue wall and edging towards the pivotal 270 electoral votes. His victory speech was laden with familiar themes, a celebration of resilience and economic comeback promise, accolades for figures like Elon Musk, whom he credited with vital disaster response contributions through his Starlink satellite service, and the early declaration prior to official projections by most media save Fox News underscored Trump's combative relationship with mainstream outlets and his preference for controlling the narrative. The domestic political landscape, meanwhile, reflects a polarized response. While Republicans reveled in what they dubbed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States, Democrats faced a sobering moment of reckoning. The path forward for Kamala Harris and her party seems fraught with challenge, reminiscent of the bitter aftermath of Hillary Clinton's 2016 defeat. But this seems somehow more decisive. In Europe, Trump's win triggered a swift but measured response. French President Emmanuel Macron exemplified diplomatic readiness, saying, "Ready to work together as we have done for 4 years with respect and admiration." His congratulatory message, however, masked the underlying tension stemming from Trump's previous disruptions of transatlantic norms, including his withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord and his criticisms of NATO member contributions. The Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán was effusive, could hardly control his excitement, praising Trump's victory as much needed for the world, highlighting a broader European right-wing relief at the return of a leader who champions nationalism over globalism. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's congratulations also suggested an eagerness to maintain the European conservative bloc's alignment with a reinvigorated Trump administration. In Britain, the Prime Minister Keir Starmer's administration, aware of the diplomatic tightrope it must walk post-Brexit, particularly following the news of Labour supporters, Labour workers working the streets for the Democrats, quickly drafted letters of congratulation, slightly too long, emphasising continued partnership while bracing for potential policy turbulence over trade, defence, climate commitments. The UK, having recalibrated its relationship with Washington after Biden's steadier diplomacy, is likely to prepare for renewed unpredictability in transatlantic affairs, and I think we should expect a royal visit within the first 2 years, one way or the other. The Ukrainian President, Mr. Zelensky, mindful of Trump's mixed legacy regarding military aid and strategic ambiguity, expressed cautious hope. Referencing their meeting in September, Zelensky lauded Trump's adherence to peace through strength and reiterated confidence in bipartisan U.S. support. Yet Ukrainian officials are likely weighing the implications of Trump's promise to end the war in Ukraine, a statement that suggests negotiations potentially less favourable to Kyiv's sovereignty. In Moscow, the Kremlin's reaction was a blend of private exhilaration and public reticence. Russian officials who recall the initial hopes dashed by Trump's unexpected sanctions during his first term nevertheless view his return as a strategic opportunity. And Dmitry Suslov of the Higher School of Economics notes that Trump's willingness to engage in high-stakes diplomacy and reevaluate the NATO dynamics plays into Russia's broader goal of weakening Western unity. Yet this optimism is tempered by concerns over Trump's unpredictability, highlighted by former diplomats and Kremlin insiders who see potential for destabilizing escalation. In the Russia Today coverage of this event, Hamid Khan Alma-Shariki has said that Russia is undoubtedly delighted that this now shifts the future of the Ukraine war in the favor of Russia. And he says also that if Trump had been president, the Israel war would not have lingered so long. Trump's presidency, therefore, opens a new chapter in global power play. And while Europe may brace for friction, with leaders cautiously balancing cooperation and autonomy, Eastern Europe faces an uncertain future under an administration that prioritizes bilateral deals, transatlantic policies, and quick fixes. For Russia, Trump's America First rhetoric offers both risks and rewards as it aligns with Moscow's desire for U.S. retrenchment from its global commitments. As world leaders hastily compose their congratulatory notes, therefore, the globe finds itself on the precipice of potentially seismic events. And Trump's victory signals not just a reshuffling of American domestic policies and priorities, but a recalibration of international alliances, rivalries, and the very underpinnings of 21st century geopolitics.